Good day guys, Benji here back with another video. I'm here from Touchhill Farm, and last week I did a video about pricing animals and good relations in the industry, farming industry. Persons commented that I should do a video on security, licensing, because that is the correct wording, licensing of animals, whether it be cattle or livestock, goats. So I read a few of the acts. Predator Larceny Prevention Act, you have malicious injury to property, you have larceny, which is the bigger act, you have trespassing act, you have unlawful possession of property act, you have agriculture produce. So I want to touch mainly on the larceny act, the unlawful possession of property, proceeds of crime, because when I read the Predator Larceny Act, basically you can see that act was drafted to deal with agriculture produce, because it speaks a lot about perishable items, vegetable, agriculture produce and all, but not a lot about livestock, or even the wording. You can't use cow or bull, you have to use cattle. Goats, they make a lot of reference to goats. So the act, they need amending, and you can't amend one act. So when you lobby, you have to lobby for the different acts to be amended simultaneously. So you need the Public Health Act, that deals with butchering and slaughtering of animals, because we know when persons animal get teeth, they end up in slaughterhouses, they end up, the butchers are sometimes probably the main culprit in this, because let's use an analogy. Cars that are sophisticated with kill switch, alarm and stuff like those, most times are technician, persons who are versed in electronics, that steal those cars. So it's only natural to think that if somebody thief in a large amount of animals, goats, cow, cattle, whatever it is, it's gonna be somebody who is in the industry that deals with meat or slaughtering of animals. Or even some farmers would buy back, but sometimes a person might not want to take the chance to purchase an animal that they know would be easily identified, or that person are documented on various platforms. So let's look at the unlawful possession or unlawful possession of property act. It doesn't speak to somebody obtaining your animals unlawfully. So we need something to be done about that in terms of the act. If somebody come and steal your animal and possess them unlawfully, the act should speak to that also. The proceeds of crime, we can basically call that the lotto scamming act, because that act was formed or drafted in 2007, and then it was amended in 2012, and it's basically just talking about alright, let's not get into that. But we need that act. If somebody steal your animal and they are convicted, we need the act to say, alright, if that person have a house, and let's, if he's an offender, or if he's convicted, let's use the word convicted, right? And you have asset that can be forfeited and be passed on to the farmer. We need that act to look into that also, because that would serve also as a deterrent. So the proceeds of crime act need to be looked at. Unlawful possession of property, malicious destruction of property or life or injury. We need those things to be looked at. We need the Larceny Act to encompass goats, livestock, and not just talk about agriculture produce mainly. Yes, like I said, it's probably more easier for us now to try and import a container of A more than to get it produced here. So the acts need to be amended. So So these are what, where's the president, by the way? Where's the president? Because this is what leadership is all about. Instead of sitting down around tables and talking about giving persons goat and lobbying and talking about full blood, this, we should be looking to lobby, and this is what the association should be doing. We should be looking to get farmers more formalized, because whether you want to believe it or not, agriculture on a whole, it is informal, it is not taxable. So this is a reason why a lot of the times government on a whole don't look to agriculture as a growing tool or a growing vehicle for growth, because it is not measurable. It is hard to measure something that is informal. Most farmers, yes, they rear their animal, they sell it, they plant, they produce, they sell it, but they don't use the farmer system. They don't register their business, they don't file returns, they don't pay taxes, they don't use the banking system. So it is hard to measure the size or the impact of the industry. So this is what something we should also push farmers to do, to get formalized. Build businesses. Just don't farm as hobby. Build business, so you get an account, you get your business registered, and you run your cash through the bank. Even for a day, you get your cash today, put it in the bank, get it out back tomorrow. So you build a record. These are some of the things that can help you get a loan in the future. A lot of farmers say they need firearm. How would they assess you if you were to apply for a firearm now? Because I know that is a topic, and it ties back into my general big up topic of security. How would you position yourself to get a firearm to protect your property and your life? And mainly, it's not even to protect your property, it's to protect your life first. Your life, your property, or your family. So it's not for you to go out there and be a vigilante or to be a community security or the extrapolate from what I'm saying. So you gotta be careful. You have to structure yourself. If you were to apply, we like to make comparisons with a lot of businesses. Other business people can get firearms, so why we can't get firearms? Yes, them business register. Them can go for them surf ticket, them can go for them, can ask you a print out of them statement for them business and say, alright, this we get in, this we spend out that. Even if you're not making a profit, you still should get your business formalized. So these are some of the things we're trying to educate farmers to do. So yes, you want a firearm, but when you go to the licensing authority and they said, alright, how can we verify that you're a farmer? How can we verify that you are a businessman? That you make $1 million every 3 months or every year, whatever it be. How can we verify that? You don't have a bank statement to show. You don't have a bank account with the farm. You don't. Your surroundings are not secure. Tied back into security again. Security. When we look at security, it has levels, and even the most complex or simple security system should have levels. So it would be remiss of me to be talking about strengthening acts and laws, and first we have to look within ourselves. Look at some of the things that we are doing, the best practices around the world from other farmers. Number one, animals are too expensive for you to just let out to go and graze unsupervised, and they're coming back when they feel like. So you have to cross that off right away. Remember, we said that farming is mostly informal, so you got to look and say, if somebody is targeting you, they are looking at it is easy to just go grab few goat and go sell them, because them can go to this. We have to look at the slaughterhouse, the butchers. I have no doubt there are players in this illegal activity. We have to look at some of the meat shop, the restaurants. So that's why we need the fines and the acts to synchronize them, so that they are in line with each other. So they find the time See, but first you have to look within your own system. You can't let out the animal to graze and supervise. Get a few dogs, grow them with your animals so that them sleep, eat, drink with your animals, so they become a part of your farm. If you can't afford lighting, get lighting. Number one, two things criminals don't like. They don't like nobody know their identity. So lighting, camera, and most of all, people skill, people relation. Live good with your community. Live good with persons in your surrounding. Nothing happens in a community and nobody know, and no one knows. It is impossible. So you have to have, talk about it last week, you have to have good relations with persons, other farmers, persons in your community. How you do it, it's up to your methods. For me, at the end of the year, I might kill an animal and I'm shared up with the persons in the community, right? Persons in the community need stud animals. I will sell them at a reduced price. So you got to look at creative ways of building good relationships. So we talk about security, dogs, cameras, lighting, firearm, fencing. All of those are different levels to security. So you have to have different levels, but the community is one of your biggest assets as a farmer, right? If you can graze with company, meaning you have more than one person with you, that would help also. So this is my recommendation to farmers: get dogs, get security, get security cameras if you can, get lighting, good relation with your community, good relation with other farmers, because somebody might spot an animal and they say, based on how you post that animal already, you have a photograph of the animal, and I say, but wait, a Benji animal, a Tadfield farm, that I see that animal there now. Let me link up Benji and see if him lose any animal or sell it. So good relation, it all comes back down to good relations also. So there's a number of things you can do to improve your personal security, instead of looking to the bigger picture of government or police. Because at the end of the day, it is your interest, and you have to put in the measures at first to guide or to protect your farm. So fellow farmers, listeners, viewers, if you know somebody who's farming, ask them, what is their security system like? Or even with the best security system, it can still be breached, but at least you have done something. At least you help yourself, right? Don't let your animal them to just go graze by themselves. Get lighting around your farm. Get proper permit of fencing. Get security cameras if you can afford it. Probably the cheapest one is dog. Get some dogs. Go to the animal, come in with the animal. Live good with your community, live good with other farmers, so that they can give an eye out for you. I sadly and I regret the loss of life by farmers trying to eke out a proper living for them and their family, but sometimes we can't be careless, because when you look at the industry now, animals are like current cash, they are live cash, they are so valuable that if a man can look and see you have 10 upwards animals, and then look and they say one animal is for 50,000, and you see you have 10 of them, that is 500,000 to them, easy cash. So we have to protect our investment. And I don't want to make the video too long, so guys, subscribe to my channel, stay tuned for our next video next week, share the content, comment on it, and I'm gonna end it here.